So a perfect guest would be Sean Spicer, the RNC Chief Strategist and Communications Director, and he works on the transition team as well. Sean, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good morning.
Oh, your boss was busy tweeting this morning. He sent 4 out in the last hour, and one of them says that he's going to be holding a major news conference here in New York City on December 15th. Essentially, he's going to separate himself from the company, and his kids are going to be in charge. What else can you tell us about that?
Well, I think, as he said in the tweet, he's going to announce it on December 15th, and I'm going to let him I'm not going to get ahead of him on that. But, look, I think the last 24 hours, you've seen some amazing stuff, not only the picks, the people that he's continued to meet with, the announcements coming out for cabinet secretaries, but the news on Carrier. Things are getting done. Change is happening.
Well, how would you describe the news on Carrier? 1,000 jobs a year. The New York Times goes, well, some jobs are going away because they're not moving. They're trying to spin it almost negatively this morning on their front page. What's the truth? What was offered? What was told? What went on?
Well, look, you heard Donald Trump and Mike Pence talk about this during the campaign. They said that they wanted to keep jobs here. He didn't sit around and wait. He got on the phone. He's been working the phones. You've seen it on the tweets. He called the president of United Technology. They've been working hard, him and Governor Pence, to keep Carrier here. And I think he's going to go to Indianapolis on Thursday to talk about the details of that plan. But the bottom line is this. Exactly what he said was going to happen is happening. He said he was going to fight to keep those jobs here. He picked up the phone. They worked a deal. They got it done. This is the kind of thing that Donald Trump's going to do as President of the United States. Get things done.
It's great news. My heart went out to all the people who thought they were losing their jobs. And when that news was announced yesterday, no matter how you voted, you have to be in favor of this. Exactly. What else is he going to be doing tomorrow? Because I know tomorrow kicks off the Thank You America tour. He's thanking folks for voting for him.
Yeah, he's going to, he's obviously heading to Indianapolis, where he's going to make that announcement at Carrier with Governor Pence about what they've done. And I think, as you point out, Ainsley, I mean, what a season to do this in, between Thanksgiving and Christmas, for those 1,000+ people whose jobs are going to be kept here and their families, to know that the president and vice president-elect worked so hard to make sure that during this holiday season that they can spend it knowing that they have a job. There's no better present than anyone could ask for. And I think you're going to continue to see people get rolled out over the next couple of weeks that are going to be part of a Trump-Pence administration that share that vision of bringing change, getting results for the American people.
Will the last job be Secretary of State? You said it's going to take a couple of weeks.
It'll happen when he's ready to announce it. As you saw last night, he had a really good dinner with former Governor Mitt Romney. He's going to meet with General Kelly today. He met with General Petraeus yesterday. He's talked to Rudy Giuliani. There's a lot of amazing, qualified individuals that want to share their ideas, thoughts, and visions with him. He's going to continue to listen to them. And then he and Governor Pence will sit around, and ultimately Donald Trump will make a decision who will represent him best in that position.
Okay. Of course, no position will be confirmed unless they check with Sean Spicer first. We all know that. It goes through the Spicer office.
And Sean, we're going to interview someone with Carrier at 8:15 this morning. I'm sure she's going to tell us what it was like to be a fly on the wall there yesterday. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
You bet, guys. Thank you.
All right, Dave.